May 2017, and the streets of Brighton and Hove were awash with blue and white. After a 34-year absence from the top table, Albion had finally clinched a place in the promised land. The Premier League beckoned. The club's long-suffering supporters revelled in the prospect, which 20 years earlier at Hereford had seemed an impossible dream.
Robbie Rideout has put Albion level!
Now it was reality, and the anticipation remained at fever pitch throughout the summer, as fans eagerly awaited the new fixtures. The opening game would be a baptism of fire, a home clash with champions-in-waiting Manchester City. In the meantime, the Amex would need £5 million in renovations to ensure the stadium met the Premier League's rigorous TV and media requirements. The club's recruitment team were also busy rebuilding, as Chris Hughton looked to assemble a squad capable of competing among the elite. And finally, after all the build-up, the wait was over. The world looked on as Bruno led the team into the Premier League for the first time. But Albion had some harsh lessons in store.
De Bruyne, Silva, that's neat. Aguero, crossing opportunity, brilliant. Jesus, great save, hits the post on the rebound. Ryan proving his worth in the Albion goal. Jesus can't believe it. One goal chalked off. And then Ryan making an excellent save from a point-blank header. Everyone for City back inside their area. It goes, good-looking cross, comes out for Proper. Really snatched at it, still not fully clear here. Duffy on the turn, just past the post. It's another corner. Gross once again to take. Oh, Ederson comes to claim and he hasn't done. And it's ricocheting around and driven back just wide. Brighton's best moments of the match. Proper driving it goalwards just wide. Ederson, City's new keeper, getting himself into a mess. Good pressure from the Seagulls. City rattled. Only to Stevens, and De Bruyne's in to win it. And Aguero's just ahead of him with Silva further in field. He goes for Silva. Silva helps it on for Aguero. Real chance here. Aguero scores and City open the scoring here at the Amex. He missed a gilt-edged chance at the start of the second half. This time his finish was clinical. Brilliant from the visitors. Brighton 0, Manchester City 1. Absolutely deadly finishing from the Argentine. Stevens took too long on the ball. De Bruyne was in to win it. He found Silva, whose pass for Aguero was perfect. Lewis Dunk sliding in, couldn't prevent it reaching City's top marksman. And this time he controlled and steered it into the corner beyond Ryan, in front of the City fans behind the goal. Aguero somehow still on the ball. Unbelievable. Out with Fernandinho on the right, crossing chance, great crossing chance, and it's there for two. I think it may have been an own goal from Lewis Dunk. Just watching a replay of the goal where Aguero tried to roll it into Jesus, came to Fernandinho, and yes, it was Lewis Dunk who towered above Jesus, but managed to nod it beyond Matthew Ryan.
You know this, don't you? How unforgiving is this Premier League?
Well, difficult, because I thought for 70 minutes in what we had to do, and there is only one way to play against a Man City team with the quality that they've got, and I thought we did it ever so well, and I think if we don't concede the first one, I don't think we concede the second one. So, disappointing, but that's the quality that they've got.
A trip to 2016 champions Leicester City was next, with Albion still trying to acclimatise to life at the top. An early goal in each half made it 2 defeats from 2.
It's a learning curve for us, and we've had 2 tough games. One against a very big team at home, and against a very good side away from home. And we'll certainly need to be better next game.
Chairman Tony Bloom joined the fans in the away end at Vicarage Road, with the squad buoyed by another record-breaking signing, Colombian livewire Jose Izquierdo.
Match weekend 3 here in the Premier League. And the Seagulls fans in good voice. Big jump there from Chalabar, cleared off the line and away.
They're a massive side, aren't they?
Left-footed curls, hits the post. Oh, and it's cleared away by the centre-back Brodel. So close to their first Premier League goal. Knockaert towards the byline, cuts it back across, palmed away by the keeper. Prupper can't get onto the second ball. Knockaert, has he got his pace to get there? Oh, and he's beaten there by...
Disgraceful challenge! The disgraceful challenge!
I think he's straight, he's off, free toss, sent off for that challenge on Anthony Knockaert.
That's a kung fu kick.
Solly March looks up, curls it across, Emmett's in there, oh, and it's come off the post again. Chalobah, he hits one, it's deflected, it's wide. First time cross the face of goal, chance now, the back post is cleared. Duffy, he's up there, he's won the header, it's down in there, it's hooked in, it's just wide. The referee's given a free kick. Here is Dunk, fires it in, it's blocked. Probably about 2 yards away by the time he struck it. Knockaert fires it in low, oh, it's a great save by Gomez. Izquierdo cutting inside, onto his right foot, goes for goal, it's just wide. There is the final whistle. Albion have their first point of the Premier League season, but it could have been more. They had their chances against the 10 men of Watford.
Anthony, your first Premier League points. Are you happy with that or disappointed it wasn't 3?
Yeah, happy because it's the first point of the season, but I think still a bit disappointment because I think with 10 men we had a few chances to score a goal and obviously to take the 3 points.
Let's talk about the red card. Not a lot you knew about it until you were on the floor. Talk me through it from your perspective.
This tackle, I think, has nothing to do in football.
What are your feelings? Satisfied?
Pleased to get off the mark. That's one thing, but disappointed that I thought it was a game that it was there to take all 3 points.
So Albion had their first point on the board as the international break arrived. Plus, there'd been encouraging signs against Watford. The new additions were beginning to settle in, and self-belief in the squad was growing. With the transfer deadline approaching, the club was keen to add the missing ingredient, a new striker.
Now I can reveal that the club have applied to the Premier League for an extension of which they've been granted. They've now been given until 1 a.m. to get this one final deal over the line. We know they've already signed 2 players on this dramatic deadline day down here on the south coast. They've been trying desperately to get a striker through the door. They've applied for an extension and it's been granted.
Albion were left frustrated. The search for a new forward had been unsuccessful.
It's one that, yes, we did want to bring one in. We wasn't able to, and now we certainly move on and taking the challenges on with the squad we've got.
If there were any doubts about where the goals would come from now, the reaction against West Bromwich Albion was emphatic.
From March, chance to shoot. Oh, it's been spilled! And Brighton do have their first Premier League goal. No, they don't. The offside flag denies them. Comes out and a shooting chance. Good tip over by Ryan. Good ball out to Solly March. Chipped in, and it's come to Gross. Shooting chance, it's there! Pascal Gross with Albion's first goal of the Premier League season, their first ever in the Premier League. Ahmed, oh, neatly done. Pascal Gross has space once again. Gross, it opens up in front of him, there's his second. As simple as that for Brighton and Pascal Gross.
I'm just a man who can be trusted.
Crossing chance, it is a good cross and it's snuck in. Somer Hemed with his first goal of the season. Gross from goal scorer to provider. And Brighton take a surely unassailable 3-goal lead. They're in dreamland.
Lots of positives for your side to take away today. How are you all settling to life in the Premier League?
Yeah, it's a little bit different to Germany, more physical, but I try to make every week better. In the training also I try to improve myself, and today was a very good game for me, and I'm very happy today.
You know, it was a really enjoyable one here at home in front of, you know, our faithful, and you know, the noise out there was just amazing, and full credit to them. And yeah, now we've got something to build on, and we'll enjoy this one, and you know, focus will turn to obviously Bournemouth next week.
That historic first win was followed by an encouraging display at Bournemouth. Albion took the lead at the Vitality Stadium.
And it's a brilliant header from Solly March.
Only to end up empty-handed again.
Jermaine Defoe, who slots it past Ryan.
Another cruel lesson in the ruthless nature of Premier League football.
Well, Liam, 3/4 of the way through that match almost, did you feel in complete control, really?
Yeah, we did. It's a very similar away performance to our performances in the Championship. We're 1-0 up in control of the game, hit the bar, have 2 off the line. And I think this is a lesson for us today in terms of the level. You can't switch off any moment in a game. People like Jermaine Defoe are going to punish you, and we got punished today. But in saying that, the overall performance was very positive. A lot of things to take away. We've just got to learn very quickly. We can't give away cheap goals, and if we do that, we're in for a good season.
Newcastle have pipped Albion to the Championship title, so Tom Ahmed's second-half strike earned a modicum of revenge.
It's Gross. Scoops it in at the back post. Stevens is clear, and it's there! Albion lead!
More importantly, it was another valuable 3 points, which lifted the Seagulls to 13th in the table.
Tom Ahmed is serving a 3-match ban. What's your reaction to him having to serve that suspension?
Exactly the same as it was at the time. Disappointed. We know the player, and we know the player very well. We still feel at this stage, and even then, that there was no intent in it. Hence, that's the reason why we appealed. So, yes, very disappointed, but it's one decision's been made, and of course we have to get on with it.
A first away day at one of the Big Six followed. Albion had never been to the Emirates Stadium before, and the travelling fans were in full voice despite the 2-0 defeat. A fortnight later, struggling Everton were at the Amex, and it looked as if Anthony Knockaert's late strike was going to heap more misery on Ronald Koeman's team.
Oh, Bruno's past his man. Bruno, oh, he's found Izquierdo, what a block! And he's come back to his man, and it's there! Albion have scored! Knockaert, the man to find the breakthrough. Bedlam at the Amex. Fabulous stuff from the Seagulls. And on the balance of play, they deservedly leave Everton by 1-0.
The drama was far from over, with Everton awarded a 90th minute penalty, gratefully dispatched by Wayne Rooney. With Albion reeling, in the dying seconds, it looked as if Koeman's men would snatch all 3 points.
Holgate just shrugs Knockaert off the ball. It's a cross, and it's come back, and it's fired in. Ryan, what a save, and again! Oh, what a save, double save from Ryan. Brilliant work from the Australian. Look how fired up he is. Thought there might have been a foul in the build-up for Holgate on Knockaert. It was fizzed across. One save from Ryan, then an absolute point blank with his foot.
After his heroics against Everton, the Aussie ended up having a surprisingly quiet night at the London Stadium, where Albion stunned the Hammers.
So Brighton and Hove Albion make their first ever trip to the London Stadium as they go in search of their first away win in the Premier League. Angle ball in, the header's there, and it's in! A glancing header from Glenn Murray to give Albion the lead. Glenn Murray, chance for his second, it's saved by Joe Hart. Izquierdo did with the shoulder, can he get the shot away? Yes, he can! Oh, and it's into the far corner, and it's Jose Izquierdo with his first ever goal for the Albion. Knockaert still going, it's a wonderful mesmeric little run here by Knockaert. Reverse ball, chance for Murray, takes a touch, tries to roll it underneath Joe Hart, who saves well. Lurking at the back post is Murray again, takes a touch to get past his man, that's a penalty. Then Murray to take it, steps up right-footed, that's it, 3-0, straight down the middle, and Albion are on course for their first away win in the Premier League.
And now you've just seen, to my right-hand side, Johnny, you've got blue and white scarves waving, blue and white shirts up in the air, and it's a great sight, 3-0 up at the Olympic Stadium. What can you ask for?
Nothing more than that, that's for sure.
To get such a big win away from home, how did you go about achieving that?
Well, I think it was just an overall really good performance. And of course, you've got to score goals.
You've got a pretty decent record against West Ham now, racking up the goals against them.
Yeah. Last time I got 2, but I got sent off, so I was glad to miss that third thing out.
Apart from Anthony Knockaert's celebration fail, it was a momentous evening in London and a first Premier League away win. Albion were up to 12th, and with Glenn Murray and Tom Ahmed starting to find the net, any concerns about the lack of a new striker had disappeared. There was another first against Southampton, as Albion fought back from a losing position to claim a point. After falling behind to Stephen Davis's early opener, Murray produced the goods again.
Crossing chance here for Gross. Scoops it to the back post. Murray's there and scores! Glenn Murray back amongst the goals here at the Amex. 2 last week and the equaliser today.
The veteran striker had hit a purple patch since his return from injury, and his improvised finish at the Liberty Stadium was enough to see off Swansea.
Knockout wide right, onto his left foot, curls it in there. Good ball in, and it's a simple chance for Murray. It comes off his knee, but Albion don't care.
Probably not one of the best finishes he's ever done. It's in the back of the net. 1-0 to Brighton.
Here's Murray again, his right footed shot on the angle, it's wide. Downward header, punched over the bar there by Fabianski. In there's Abraham, good save with the body of Matty Ryan. And it's dunked, not cleared first time, still rebounding in there, 3 or 4 players. It's skewed wide, goal kick. Chance for Swansea, it's hit the crossbar.
That could be the get out of jail card you need, Johnny.
Mike Dean blows the full-time whistle. Albion have their second away win of the season, and they're heading to the top half of the Premier League. Swansea City 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1.
How much did your goal owe to the delivery today?
Yeah, I mean, Anthony's took everyone out of the game for me really, and I actually thought I think it was Fernandez were going to head it right to the last minute, and it was just a reaction, and luckily to find the back of the net.
Congratulations! Was that the performance that sort of summed up what your team is about at the moment?
At the moment, yes, and every 3 points, particularly away from home, are always a big 3 points, particularly when you are the club that we are. But I think we learnt a fair bit from the performance at West Ham, and fortunately for us, we were able to take some of that into today.
It was 4 goals in 3 games for Murray, while the team were unbeaten in 4 and up to the heady heights of 8th place. So when Stoke came to town, confidence was high.
There's Shaqiri looking for Choupo-Moting, who brings it down expertly and finds the corner. And the visitors have the lead out of absolutely nowhere. Crossing chance, in it goes, fired in! Pascal Gross with the leveller. The Amex erupts. And it's nodded in. I don't believe it. Zuma has restored Stoke's lead. Murray is Kiedo, real chance. Across it goes, it's Kiedo! 2-2!
Penalty or not? Well, I walked in, he said it was a dive, but I'm not sure.
We're trying to kick diving out of the game, and this is what happens. I think I clipped him, and the rest probably not got the best of angle, but it probably was a penalty.
It was Zlatan and co next, as Albion made their first trip to Old Trafford in 24 years. Chris Hughton later described this as one of the performances of the season, but his team's fearless display was eventually undone by a wicked deflection off Lewis Dunk.
It's deflected, and it's deflected past Matt Ryan into the back of the net. Certainly some fortune about that for United, but the Seagulls trail by a goal to 0.
I certainly feel we didn't deserve to lose. It was almost one of them games where it was either going to take that little bit of brilliance or a little bit of fortune, and of course they get the fortune with the deflected goal.
We were very good today. I thought we controlled the game at times and come here, and it's a hard place to come. Obviously, they're a massive club and great team, but I think we're very disappointed we conceded that. Obviously, misfortunate goal, deflecting in the top corner, but I thought we were excellent today and deserved much more.
After a torrid start to the campaign, fierce rivals Crystal Palace arrived at the Amex bottom of the table. But with Roy Hodgson's influence beginning to take effect, the two sides cancelled each other out in a game that failed to live up to the hype.
I think personally that it was a correct result, but I understand 0-0 games are never too popular, so I suppose it's a bit unfair of me to expect too much jubilation amongst the media here tonight. It's 0-0s and 0-0s. You want to see lots of goals and lots of mistakes. We want to see no mistakes and clean sheets.
And arguably, in a game that's probably a fair result, if any team looked like they might just get something, I think it was probably us.
If Albion had been riding a wave until the end of November, results in December soon brought everyone back down to earth. The visit of Liverpool kicked off a busy month. A devastating attacking display from Jurgen Klopp's side saw Albion suffer the club's heaviest defeat at the Amex, though it might have been different. With the score at 2-0, Albion had a chance to get back in the game. How they were made to rue the miss.
Space here for the Dutchman. Now Izzy Brown attacks Alexander-Arnold. Good delivery as well. Murray's there. What a save by Mignolet. And now Liverpool break with Salah. Cuts in field, prods it on. Firmino's there. 3-0. That's cruel on the Albion. From one end to the other, Murray looked as if he was going to bring the Seagulls back into the game. It was a delicious cross from Brown. Not quite sure how Mignolet saved it. And then Salah, as Brighton were out of position, broke forward. Perfect weight of pass to Firmino and a great finish from the Brazilian.
A Murray penalty restored some hope, but 2 late goals from the rampant Reds completed a resounding victory.
What we always knew is in this level, against particularly this level of team, if you don't play to the levels that we've been playing this season, it can happen. And we were too naive today, and we haven't been like that against anybody. So certainly we've got a lesson today, and we need to learn from that.
A disappointing display at Huddersfield ended with another defeat, and despite a greatly improved performance at Wembley 4 days later, the outcome was the same against Tottenham.
It's into the back of the net, but the flag was up on the far side, but I think the goal will stand.
Overall, I thought we did all right. You know, it was always going to be difficult with the quality that they've got, and in particular the quality that they can bring off the bench. But you know, we've probably conceded 2 poor goals. But the home form is going to be important for us, and you know, whenever you're going through, you know, a difficult period, and clubs like us are going to, then you've got to make sure to get the points when you can.
It was now 6 matches without a win, and the unforgiving demands of the Premier League were becoming all too clear. But back at the Amex, the performance against Burnley gave Albion renewed hope.
In a little bit of a difficult period at the minute, haven't had a win in a while, and it was important, you know, especially after our last home game here against Liverpool, to come, you know, stamp our authority, and you know, we wanted to get the 3 points, and I thought we were pretty positive with our play. But another, you know, strong point at home, and you know, we move forward.
A week later, there was plenty of festive cheer when an excellent display against Watford brought some much-needed relief.
Brighton welcome Watford to the Amex, with both teams searching for a morale-boosting win to make Christmas that little bit merrier. Knockaert this way and that, crosses it, Gomez with the save. Oh, and Gomez has missed it, Knockaert! Oh, touch just took him away. Gross, good delivery. Oh, back post, Connor Goldson completely free. He cannot believe he hasn't scored. Hemed feels he's been fouled, as do the Amex crowd. Charlison forces Ryan into a good save. Shooting chance, taken by Gross just past the post. Gross checks in field, shooting chance, drives it goalwards and scores! There's the goal they were waiting for. And it's Pascal Gross who finds the net. And there's the header, and it's just wide. March across. Oh, it's beautiful. It's Hemed on the turn. Wide of the post. Oh, Richarlison just past the post. Knockaert's there into the side netting. And it's been dropped, and it's over the bar as it's wide, and it's a goal kick. That is the full-time whistle. Brighton fans around me had their head in their hands. They thought Watford had equalised at the death. They have, and it is the final whistle. Merry Christmas, Albion fans. It's the present you wanted. All 3 points in the final home game of 2017.
Chris, how important was it there to get that 3 points today?
Big, and it felt like a big win as well. And I thought a very good performance, a performance that deserved the win. The only thing that we've got to do is to stop applying more pressure on ourselves, because I felt that the performance was worthy of a win more than a 1-0 scoreline. And of course, until that goal goes in, you're applying that little bit more pressure on yourselves. But I thought we were good today.
You had a lot of chances before your goal. Were you worried that it may not come?
Personally, I wasn't worried, because I said in the halftime we have to believe we will score today. If we keep going like this, we play so good, we deserve a goal and we will get it.
Boxing Day brought a trip to Stamford Bridge, but Albion had the holiday blues as the miserable run against the top 6 continued with a 2-0 defeat. The loss to Chelsea was swiftly followed by an uneventful draw at St James's Park. The point, though, meant Albion ended the year in a creditable 12th place in the league. That would do come May. 2018 started in blistering fashion with a pulsating clash against Bournemouth.
2017 was certainly a year to remember for Albion fans, but they're hoping that 2018 could be even better as Chris Hughton looks to establish the Seagulls as a force in the Premier League. Duffy looks long and finds Sutner, takes it beautifully on his instep. Sutner into Gross, good touch for Izquierdo. Izquierdo's in here, across for Knockaert, 1-0. Happy New Year, Albion fans, what a start. Anthony Knockaert arriving at the back post, met Izquierdo's cross and steered it into the net to give Albion the early lead they so craved. Bournemouth corner, in it goes. And it's just wide. Very close to an equaliser there. It's a corner on the other side now. Steve Cook can't believe they haven't equalised here. It was he who rose highest. And Marcus Sutner with a goal-saving interception. Ryan was flinging himself towards it, but may not have got there. Comes again, Cook's there again, and he has equalised. Sutner saving the first one, but not the second. In off the crossbar from Steve Cook, the former Albion man. Here's Izquierdo. Izquierdo fizzed into Murray. Wide for Gross, this is good. Izquierdo's there, brilliant stop by Begovic. Goal kick. That looked to be the moment Brighton were going to restore their lead. Gross with a fabulous pass across goal. Begovic's leg stuck out. An excellent save. Captain Simon Francis driving into the Albion half. The ball taken from him though and is out of position. Storming back, Murray is forward, but he's slipped it through for Izquierdo. Chance here, Murray surely, 2-1. It is! Brighton have started the second half exactly as they started the first. Izquierdo putting it on a plate. This time for Glenn Murray, Albion's top scorer, who composed himself and fired it in to restore Albion's lead. Izquierdo battling to get there, Knockaert won't. Izquierdo, oh, he's away. Izquierdo's away here and he's supported by Davy Proper. Brilliant running from Izquierdo. Will he go for goal? He's got Proper with him. Izquierdo's shot is blocked. He got too close to Begovic. Brighton still have it, but Izquierdo, who's created two, looked for all the world as if he was going to give Brighton a 2-goal lead. Jordan Ibe, good feet. Decent strike, it's hit the post. Oh, how close was that from Jordan Ibe? He picked his way through. Comes from Ibe. Ricochets around. Appeals for handball. Proper can clear. Well, no, he can't actually, and it's ricocheted back, and it's gone in. Bournemouth have levelled it. Very, very fortunate equaliser.
Mate, you've just left the dressing room. How frustrated is everyone in there?
Yeah, everyone's pretty upset with just the way in which we concede again. Too many goals from set pieces this year, and the first one, again has come from that. And the pattern's been we tend to get a warning shot just before it, and we still concede after that. And it happened again today, and that's the most frustrating part, because obviously set pieces are a part of the game, and when you're conceding so frequently off them, you don't give yourself a chance to pick up maximum points with wins here at home, and that's hurt us again today.
Chris, what did you think of your team's performance, and how do you see this point?
No, I thought we were good today. Some of the areas that we needed to address and needed to be better, which was giving ourselves the opportunity to score goals. I thought we were very good in that department today as regards the intensity of our game and our work in the final third. Just hugely disappointed that certainly hadn't gone in front on a couple of occasions, and a game that certainly on chances that we deserved and should have won, that we didn't.
The late equaliser was a cruel blow, and Pascal Gross simply couldn't hide his frustration in one of the more surreal moments of the season. The FA Cup third round gave Houghton the chance to shuffle his pack. Crystal Palace's second visit of the season, along with the first ever use of VAR in the UK, meant all eyes were on the Amex.
Drives it goalwards, and there it is. Fighting by Sacco. What a hit. Palace have levelled it. By Hunamaya, surely it's there. Glenn Murray with the goal. Fosu Mention's there, across it goes. Danger still not clear. Sacco bundles it across, but no one's there to turn it in. And surely they're in the draw for round 4 at the expense of their great rivals, Crystal Palace.
Albion were into the hat for the 4th round, but back in the league, Houghton's side endured a depressing afternoon at the Hawthorns.
Bruno, what did you make of the game?
Really disappointed, of course. We came here to get the 3 points. We were working really hard this week. Thinking about it was a massive game for us. As I said, disappointed. Conceding 2 goals from set pieces. Yeah, that's hard to take.
The transfer window was now in full swing, and Albion's search for a new striker finally came to an end when Jurgen Locadia broke the club's transfer record once more. The Dutchman arrived from PSV nursing an injury, so he could only watch from the stands as Chelsea swept Albion aside in a devastating 6-minute spell.
Here's Batshuayi, Willian, Hazard, beautiful football, wonderful touch, Willian, 2-0. That is a sensational goal from the visitors. Rose up against Alonso. Checks onto his right, scoots it across, great delivery. Oh, what a save by Caballero.
The Seagulls rallied, but another goal from the dazzling Eden Hazard and a 4th from Victor Moses completed a convincing victory for the Londoners.
Chris, 4-0 is a heavy defeat, of course, but does that not really show the full picture of today's game?
No, I don't think it did at all. I mean, what we did do was not do ourselves any favours by being 2 down as early in the game as what we were. And, in full flow, they are a super team.
Albion's FA Cup 4th round tie saw the Seagulls head back to Middlesbrough, the scene of their final day disappointment in 2016. And once again, Houghton made full use of his squad against the Championship side. But it was his in-game change that proved decisive, as substitute Glenn Murray popped up to clinch Albion's place in the 5th round, a crucial last-minute winner to boost everyone's morale.
And Albion could nick it here through Izquierdo. He lays it off to Murray. Murray goes back into the box, lays it off to Sutton, who curls it in. Chance from Murray, comes rebounding back off the striker and into the back of the net. And Albion have surely snatched the win in the FA Cup in the final minute of the game.
And the mood in the camp got even better, with the news that fans' favourite Leo Ulloa was returning to the club to provide even more attacking options. Albion would certainly need them. Now just 1 point above the drop zone, a series of games against relegation rivals was imminent, a period that would potentially define the season. The run began at St Mary's on transfer deadline day, where Murray's first-half penalty put Albion on course for a vital 3 points.
Steps up, right-footed, sure as you like, Glenn Murray scores, Albion lead.
But the hosts came back to earn a share of the spoils.
Ward Prowse drives it low, took a deflection, back heel and into the back of the net.
Who's the happier with that point, do you think?
Probably neither sides. I think we both had our fair share of chances and possession. I think we were better in the first half there in the second half. Frustrating the goal conceded. Lucky a little bit, but frustrating.
With victories on the road still proving elusive, Albion's impressive form at the Amex was priceless. And the arrival of West Ham provided the next chance for a valuable 3 points.
Collins now playing that one in up to the sort of hit area of Hernandez, so Albion profit. They sweep it across the pitch to Knockaert. He's caught from behind, through from Gross. Murray, he's onside, just to keep it a beat, and tucks it away sweetly. 7 minutes gone. Glenn Murray with his 8th goal of the season. The North stands in raptures, and the Albion lead by a goal to 0.
Take your hat off to the referee. Great decision. Another referee would have blew up for that, give a free kick, but we carried on playing. Glenn Murray timed his one to perfection, and now he's going to book Cresswell. So great for both. We scored the goal, and he's got a yellow card.
Hernandez touches it off there to Mario. Mario down by the left corner flag, goes to Cresswell. He crosses, curling the ball in there. A downward header, good block by Duffy. May have saved a certain goal there. Sliding in his bong, but it's picked up there by Hernandez. He looks up. Thought about a shot, lays it off to Noble. He sweeps it in, little layoff from Mario. Chicharito onto the ball again, right-footed and into the top right-hand corner. It's lethal finishing there from Hernandez. And with just under half an hour played, the visitors tie it back level. Albion 1, West Ham 1. 13 minutes on the clock. Pascal Gross to take. Duffy at the back post. Dunk is in there too. Bong jostling for position, angled away from goal. And there comes Dunk. And Duffy as well. I think it came off Duffy's shoulder, goes back for Izquierdo. He curls it in, right-footed. What a strike from Jose Izquierdo! He rips off his shirt, runs to halfway, where he's greeted by Matty Ryan. What a strike from the Colombian, and Albion are back in the lead, 2-1.
Well, you cannot stop them. That is precisely in the top corner. He did it at Upton Park, or whatever you want to call it, that stadium. But this one, edge of the box, 18 yards, straight on the line and straight in the top corner. No keeper in the world will save that.
Here's Pröper picking it up for the Albion. Rolling in across there. Gross, one touch, onto his right foot, goes for goal. Surely that seals the deal. Lovely initial touch and a wonderful strike from Pascal Gross. Albion lead by 3-1. Surely they're on their way to their first win in 7 in the Premier League.
Little bit of breathing space now, JC, but it's a great through ball. I think it's from David Proper. It's a great touch from Pascal Gross. He's took it away from the defender. Proper's picked it up, a mistake from Collins. He's pinged it in, just took it away from the defender and hit it into the opposite corner. It's another great strike. The keeper's no chance with that one as well.
When did you decide you were going to shoot?
When I received the ball, I only think in shoot. I see the corner and I put the ball there.
Pascal, that goal in particular seemed to give the whole team a lift, didn't it?
Yeah, of course. Always when it's 1-1, I think both teams try to push, and the 2-1 is very important. And then, it helps us a lot to get a good feeling again, because we need to win so much, and we fight and play so good football. And still, it was 1-1, and this goal was the goal of the month. Maybe it was unbelievable.
That win lifted Albion 3 points clear of danger, ahead of another crucial match at the Bet365 Stadium. Once again, there was plenty of drama.
Chance for Murray, he helps it onto Izquierdo, right-footed, curls it, saved by Butland.
What a save from Butland.
Could fall for Murray, keeper's come out, tries to lob it over the top of him, but it's gone over the top of the crossbar. Chance for Shaqiri, puts it over the bar. Stevens again, carefully plays it into March, nice turn, got space ahead of him, still running, going through the middle of the pitch, squares it across there to Izquierdo. He's in loads of space, there's 4 in the box there. Izquierdo coming forward, plays it into March, little 1-2, gets it back, Izquierdo on the finish, right-footed! What a goal from the Seagulls! 2 quick 1-2s and a wonderful finish.
Am I watching Brighton or Barcelona?
Now they just don't need to make a mistake as Bauer gets the cross in there. It's beyond Stevens, right-footed, just wide. Gross sizes it up, curls it in, proper! Oh, he's headed it wide. Falls for Shaqiri, edge of the D, sizes it up, left foot, curls it into the corner. And Xherdan Shaqiri draws the home team level. Stoke City 1, Albion 1. Ball curls it in towards the back post, comes off his Joa. Proper right-footed shot, good save there by Butland. Izquierdo still going down this near side up against Charlie Adam. Looks up, goes across goal, right-footed. He's hit that one beautifully, but it's parried away by Jack Butland. Kicks it towards the back post. Player goes down, and they've got a penalty. Big call from the referee.
He's not happy. He wants to take it.
All eyes now on Matty Ryan. Charlie Adam steps up, and it's saved by Ryan, and it's not in on the rebound. Put behind by Lewis Dunk. Ryan, the hero for the Seagulls. Here's Adam again from from the right, in at the near post, flicked off the line.
Anthony Knockhard, great
what
header.
What a header. Real drama at the end.
It's a heck of a save by your goalkeeper. The reason I've asked you here is because then you came to the rescue as well.
Yeah, I thought, I don't know how I got there, to be honest. I think he thought it was a bit too easy. He was concentrating and he took a bit too long, and luckily I got back, but I thought he was going to give another pen, to be honest. I'm
working with Tony Gale. He said that's more of a penalty than the penalty was.
Me? The one on me?
Yeah.
I thought it was more of a penalty than the one they give, so I'm thankful he didn't.
If there's a reason why you should have players following up, then Lewis Dunk showed that reason why, and he still had a little bit of work to do, and a really good challenge, and I think that set the tone a little bit for when we came in, because we felt very hard done by with the penalty, and the fact that we've saved it and stopped the rebound as such almost feels like a little bit of justice at this moment.
Stevens again, carefully plays it into March, nice turn, got space ahead of him, still running, going through the middle of the pitch, squares it across there to Izquierdo. He's in loads of space, there's 4 in the box there. Izquierdo coming forward, plays it into March, little 1-2, gets it back, Izquierdo on the finish, right-footed. What a goal from the Seagulls!
Am I watching Brighton or Barcelona? Because that there was just like one-touch football, interactive football, superbly, and then superb finish at Izquierdo. What a goal that was. You have to watch that tonight. It's a great goal again.
Across to Izquierdo on that far side by Solly March. He came back in field. The first 1-2 with March, the second with Stevens onto his right foot, takes a touch and tucks it past Butland. Well, I tell you what, they said that last weekend it was potentially goal of the season. That completely different type of goal, but it's just as good, Warren.
Last Saturday was an individual goal. That goal today was a team goal. Great interactive play, 1-2, 1-2, and that's what kills teams in and around the box. You can't live with that movement.
Spirits were high, and when 1987 FA Cup winners Coventry came to the Amex in the 5th round, Albion fans would get their first glimpse of Jurgen Locadia in action. He took just 15 minutes to announce his arrival.
Comes out to Knockhart. Knockhart goes in low, left-footed. Locadia's there! What a start to his Albion career.
Connor Goldson strengthened Albion's grip before half-time, and Ulloa brought back memories with the header that put the result beyond doubt.
Bruno with a chance to deliver. Good delivery. Ulloa! There it is. The crucial third that puts this game to bed.
Albion's reward, their first appearance in the quarter-finals for 32 years. Another trip to Old Trafford. But first, the battle to stay in the Premier League took precedence. Swansea City seemed to be rallying, resurgent under new manager Carlos Carvalhal.
Murray wriggling clear. Is that a penalty? It is. Albion's top scorer scores! Albion lead, deadly from Glenn Murray. Once again, Mike van der Horn going for goal. It's deflected and it's an excellent save. There's the header off the top of the bar. Well, Jordan Ayew somehow got between two men and he's hit the post, fired wide by Olsen. Picked out Ki Sung-young, striking chance, good save. Cross goal, Murray's there and scores. There's an offside flag though. Murray on the turn, just past the post. Izquierdo, and it's helped on to him, and Izquierdo's in here and he cuts it back. Murray must score, does! 2-0 to the Albion. Gross finds Knockaert, Knockaert's in, chance for 3. Oh, it is a third. Brighton are flying. Cartwheels from Anthony Knockaert. Done well here, Abraham. Narsing to his right. Abraham goes for goal and he's found the corner. Izquierdo's in. Izquierdo, Stevens, Locadia. 4-1. 2-2 for Locadia and a debut goal in the Premier League.
Probably for a side that didn't look like scoring too many goals, certainly in recent weeks, that has changed. But that always has to be on the back of a good team, solid performance.
10 games left. Brighton are in a good position at the moment, aren't they, after back-to-back home wins?
Yeah, it's still in the balance. It's one of those we can't take our foot off the pedal. Got to keep working hard day in day out. All the old cliches, but yeah, to have a little bit of breathing space. I think I haven't seen the table yet, but yeah, to move out with that mire a little bit, it's nice.
The team's form earned Chris Hughton the Manager of the Month award for February, and crucially, Albion had established a 4-point cushion between themselves and Swansea in 18th. And when the under-fire Arsene Wenger brought an out-of-sorts Arsenal to the Amex, Albion sensed a chance to end their wretched run against top-6 sides.
Buoyant Brighton meet beleaguered Arsenal in a game that could go a long way to deciding both the Albion's Premier League survival and the future of under-pressure Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger. The Albion are unbeaten in 6, and should they win this afternoon, will be 7 points clear of the bottom 3 with just 9 games remaining. Gross with the corner. Swings it in, Cech comes to meet it, and he hasn't done! And Lewis Dunk puts it into the empty net to give Albion a 1-goal lead after just 6 minutes. What a start! Cech came to meet it and didn't get there. Lewis Dunk had the easiest of tasks when it came over to him to rifle it into the roof of the net. Great corner from Gross. Cech all at sea under pressure from Duffy. And Lewis Dunk, his centre-back partner, was there to smash it into the net. Albion lead 1-0. Arsenal have given it away again. Izquierdo flying down the left-hand side. Here's Izquierdo cutting infield. Lovely flick. Driven goalwards. Cech with the save. Brighton corner. Oh, they're rampant here, the Seagulls. Oh, and Knockaert charges it down. It's fallen for Gross. Gross, Koscielny with him. Not back for Knockaert. Great save by Cech. Knockaert can't believe he hasn't scored. It's a big chance. Slack again from Arsenal. They made it so easy for the Albion. Gross. Plenty to aim for. Great delivery. Murray's there. It's 2. He just won't stop scoring. Glenn Murray makes it 2, and it was so easy for the Albion. Arsene Wenger can't believe it, but the Albion fans can. Arsenal gave it away softly again. Dreadful pass. It came out to Pascal Gross, and it was a perfect delivery. Murray was there, head and shoulders above everyone else, and he was always going to score. Oh, great knock from Ozil. Kolasinac, not much to aim for in the box. Cavalry arriving now. Iwobi comes back to him. Then for Xhaka, shooting chance, flick goalwards, Aubameyang's there, it's 2-1. Arsenal back in it, a smile on the face of Aubameyang. Arsenal fans have found their voice. It's Mkhitaryan with the corner. In it goes, scrambled clear, not convincingly. Back out to Mkhitaryan, he swings it in, nodded goalwards, it's off the post. Oh, dearie me, the Albion survive. Ozil rolls it into Aubameyang and gracefully goes forward, and it's a good save from Ryan once more. He tells his teammates to switch on, they just allowed Ozil to drift forward. Lovely movement, good hit, great save. Well, they've allowed play to continue. Ozil, cross it goes, Aubameyang, proper away. Brighton clinging on a little here. Schelotto in to win it, Knockaert. Oh, and Kolasinac, who has already had a yellow card, could be in trouble here. Here was the incident, flicked on by Knockaert. Kolasinac smacking into Schelotto at speed. It really didn't look intentional to me. Bruno is on, I don't think any further action will be taken against Kolasinac. There's Knockaert, curving it into the path of Izquierdo, it's a great ball. He's got Gross in field, 3 runners to his right, Izquierdo, just wide. It was a huge chance, Knockaert and Murray asking why they didn't receive a pass in the middle. Izquierdo was always going to go for goal. And he almost made it. Great run. Just flicked it wide of the post. Albion won it back here. David Proper having another excellent game. Izquierdo down the line. It spins into him. Bellerin just on. Is beaten. And there's the touch. And it's Izquierdo. Surely Murray. 3-1. Offside. The joy is short-lived. Frustration around the Amex. They thought that was the crucial third. It's a great move. Izquierdo down the line, played it into Gross, and he was offside, just. Kolasinac, good challenge from March, but he can't fully clear it, and it's nodded back down. Aubameyang, Ryan with the save. It looked for a horrifying moment that it had fallen perfectly for Aubameyang, but Bong threw himself at it, and Ryan watched it carefully. And there's the final whistle. What a reception from all around the Amex, bar the Arsenal fans behind Matty Ryan's goal. It's a fabulous win for the Albion that takes them up to the heady heights of 10th, 7 points clear of the bottom 3.
Are Arsenal in a difficult moment at the moment, and were you able to exploit that?
No, I think we were able to exploit it because we're in good form at the moment, and maybe at another time we wouldn't have been able to, and I think probably on a day where we are at home, where it's a really big result for us, you know, I think that it would be nice if, you know, some of the plaudits as such go on a performance from us, you know, as preferred a bad performance from somebody else.
Lewis, that must feel pretty special, doesn't it?
Very special. It's about time we beat one of these, or get a point off one of these top sides. So it's a great feeling, and obviously you can hear we're all buzzing.
Glenn, lots of good days this season. Was that the best of the bunch?
I think it's a special one. Obviously, it's the first so-called Big Six team that we've beaten, and yeah, it's massive for us. 3 points at the end of the day.
You've had to put up with so much talk about own goals. How good is it to put one in the other end?
I'm finally on -3. I'm getting higher, but yeah, sick of the talk. But it's nice to get my first Premier League goal, and it was a great feeling.
I don't want to sound too surprised, but at 34, 6 in 6, what's behind this incredible run you're on?
My supply line, the people that feed me, Pascal Gross with another fantastic cross, and it doesn't matter what league you're in, the goals don't move, do they?
Oh, and he's got it. Murray's in. Mustafi races up with him. Murray knows he doesn't have the pace.
I thought you were going to get away and add another one in the second half. What happened to the afterburners?
No, I didn't fancy myself there. I could feel them breathing down the back of my neck, so I thought I'd turn out and keep possession.
Into the top 10 with that. I mean, would you go as far as to say you're safe, nearly safe? Where are we at?
No, we're edging there, but definitely not safe. If we were to lose every game we've got left, I'm sure we'd go down. So we've got to keep at it, keep doing what we've been doing to get to this point, and hopefully it'll see us over the line.
One of the most famous results in the club's recent history left Albion 7 points clear of the bottom three. Fans were beginning to dream of survival.
Curling ball in towards the back post, it's missed there, and into the back of the net from Theo Walcott.
A reality check was delivered at Goodison Park in a defeat which included a red card for Anthony Knockaert. Despite Matt Ryan's late penalty save, it was a miserable afternoon on Merseyside. The beast from the east was grabbing all the headlines as Albion strived to make more history by reaching the FA Cup semi-finals.
It's an incredible weather that we've got up here in the northwest, and here come the two teams, Manchester United and Brighton and Hove Albion. Sutton with a block into the near post, still not cleared, falls there for Smalling, comes off crawl out for another corner. Well, I'm sure that came off the Albion keeper, but I think they've been given the goal kick. But it was fired in at the near post. It fell there, got away from Prupper, I think it was. McTominay was causing problems. As Duffy couldn't clear, it was brought down by Smalling. Left-footed, it certainly came off the chest of Krul. Albion can make it difficult here for Manchester United. They have the corner. Gross is going to take it from the left. Dunk is at the back post, so is Duffy. Prupper's in there too, fired in with pace. Up there, Duffy with a header, parried away by Romero. Well, it's a good save by the Manchester United keeper, but Albion, the closest they've come to a goal in this game so far. Really powerful header from Shane Duffy.
I think it was Dunky, JC. I think Duffy was right at the back, yeah. It was Dunky who put the header in. But yes, it's a free header, really.
Seagull supporters in good voice, and quite rightly so. They'll be very pleased with their team's performance so far, as it's still 0-0. 9 minutes left of the first half. Here's Luke Shaw bombing on down the left. Drags it back. Matic, first time cross. Lukaku's in. Close range header, and United have the lead. Well, he's prolific, Romelu Lukaku. 25 goals now this season, and he wasn't going to miss from there. Lucardi had a good start to that first half. Trying to make an impression now in this second period. Turning away from Mata, gets it across there. Good chance for Sutton here. Drags it inside. Kayal spins and turns his man. Tees it up there. Chance for Gross to shoot. Right-footed, it's just wide. Did it take a deflection? No, says the referee.
He just didn't get enough bend on it.
Here is March. Lofts it forward in there towards Ujo. Headed away. Lucardia back to goal. Spins. Left-footed turn. It's a brilliant save from Romero. What a strike that is from Jurgen Lucardia. Nearly in the top right-hand corner. And once again, for the second time in the game, Romero's pulled off a blinder.
Yeah, it's a blinding save.
Pascal Gross trying to take it away from Martial. Does well there, the German. Now on to March. Can he deliver? Just as Joe are in the box at the moment. March trying to take on Young. Shifting it onto his left foot. Still going. Looks up. Fires the cross. Lucardia. He's unmarked with a header. It's wide. Always a tight angle there for the Dutchman. That is a good cross from Solly March. I just wonder whether the header should have gone back across goal. 8 minutes left then. Of course, extra time and penalties if Albion can get it level after 90 minutes. But here's the free kick. Ashley Young to take it. 10 yards outside the box. Left side. Curls it in towards the back post. Two waiting for the header. And it's in. And this time it's Matic. He provided the cross for Romelu Lukaku in the first half. And now he's gone on the end of the second. And surely that's United through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Albion staring at the exit door.
Delighted with the performance from our team, and I just thought the only difference really were the moments in front of goal, and of course the quality that they can produce. I thought, as regards being a goal threat, I thought we were. I know they had a lot of possession and threatened a lot around the box, but I thought we was as big a goal threat as what they were. They of course had more possession, which you would expect at home, but I thought we was always in the game and gave them a good enough game.
The squad regrouped during the international break with a 4-day trip to Tenerife, knowing the next two home matches against Leicester and Huddersfield appeared to offer the best chance of steering clear of the drop.
Murray's in. Murray wide of the post. Gross's strike. Great save from Schmeichel. March is Izquierdo. He's fallen. Penalty. Murray saved by Schmeichel. Chilwell, in it goes. There's the header. Leicester lead. Iborra with the header. And indeed he has been sent off here. Leicester absolutely furious. Look at the reaction from Ndidi. March to take, bends it goalwards, over the bar. Might be their last chance of the afternoon. March swings it in, and Bong misses the header, and it's a goal kick. Gray across goal, Vardy's there. And Leicester have a second. The Premier League can be so cruel.
Chris, I would guess that this is one of those very frustrating days for a manager.
Frustrating and hard to take. It's certainly not a game that we deserve to lose. I thought the things that we needed to do to sort of nullify the strengths that they've got, I thought we did very well. You know, the pace of Vardy and the quality of Mahrez. I thought we'd done that very well all game. You know, the next bit is that we've got to score goals ourselves. And I thought we gave ourselves good opportunities, had decent chances, and I think probably in that last period where they get that lift from the penalty miss, I think it gets them the goal. And then of course the second goal is immaterial because at that stage, you know, we've got Shane Duffy playing up front and we have to go for it.
Not what Albion were hoping for, but a week later the visit of Huddersfield provided the chance to bounce back.
Schelotto looks over the top and Propper's onto it, and Davy Propper's in here. What a start this could be, and he fires it wide. What a chance. Less than 30 seconds played and Huddersfield opened up. Rolled back for Propper to the feet of Gross. He loves to hit them, but this time he gives it to March. March will strike it. Oh, and it's in. Is it in? The Albion fans celebrate, and the goal is given. Solly March's shot sneaking in. Jonas Lossell will be red-faced. He can't believe it. The replay will show us. Solly March worked his way infield, and Jonas Lossell lost control of it, and it dribbled over the line. Oh dearie me, Jonas Lossell. Oh dear, Duffy's gone back. Mounier could be in here. Steve Mounier for the equaliser, and it is 1-1. Duffy can't believe his error. Mounier back amongst the goals against the Albion. And there's a foul here by Davy Propper on Hogg, and it's a red card for Davy Propper. He slid in, fully committed. And he caught Jonathan Hogg on the shin. Quite high, but wasn't two-footed. I think he's a little bit unfortunate there. Booking would have sufficed. There's Kayal, helped on for Ulloa. Ulloa helped on. Izquierdo's in. He's onside. The Colombian. Good save from Lossell. Izquierdo does well to get it back to Solly March. Solly March, Schelotto! Good save from Lossell. Albion corner. Albion on the break. Could well have won it. Prodded through by Ulloa for the on-rushing Izquierdo. And he never quite had the ball under control. Did well to keep it with the Albion though, and then Schelotto was teed up by March. Lossell with another good save. And there is the full-time whistle. Albion frustrated, a game they were desperate to win.
Chris, your thoughts? A missed opportunity or a hard-earned point at the end there?
Well, in the end, a hard-earned point because we're down to 10 men, but definitely a missed opportunity. We kicked ourselves in the foot of game. We started the game really well. Good chance. Davy Propper right through, 1v1, and then we take the lead, and I think we deserve to take the lead with the start that we had. But the goal against gives any team, and certainly gives a Huddersfield team that are good on the ball, it gives them the lift that they needed. And then in the end, you end up hanging on. because we're down to 10 men. So mixed emotions, but certainly one I think that we've given away.
The straight red card for David Proper. Your thoughts on that?
I think it's harsh. I think it's up to a referee whether he wants to give it or not. There would be numerous challenges like that in games right through the country where it wouldn't be given a red card. I don't think the referee has given it because from where he was standing, his view couldn't have been good enough. So I think it's one of them ones on the day whether they want to send him off or not. But certainly you would have enough of them challenges that they don't show a red card.
Only 1 point gained from those 2 matches, yet the gap to 18th was still 7 points. But with the ominous prospect of Spurs, both Manchester clubs and Liverpool to face in the run-in, a victory in the next game at Selhurst Park would go a long way to settling the nerves. The start did not go to plan. Inside 14 minutes, Crystal Palace led 2-0. Murray's goal offered Albion a lifeline, only for Wilfried Zaha to restore the home side's 2-goal advantage. Before half-time, Jose Izquierdo breathed new life into the game. And after the break, Albion fared much better, agonisingly close to an equaliser. Palace, though, held on to claim the bragging rights and, more importantly, the points.
Chris, was that a fairly uncharacteristic performance from your side in the opening half there?
Yes, it was. And, we arguably had the 2 best chances in that second half to get an equaliser or a winner, but very difficult to give them type of goals away and to get something out of the game.
The bottom of the table was becoming increasingly congested, and that defeat to Albion's old foe was hardly the best preparation for a visit from Harry Kane and free-scoring Spurs.
Great stop by Matty Ryan. Son, has it gone out? It hasn't. Son is there, Kane is there, it's in. Spurs lead. Albion can't believe it. Helped on for Izquierdo. Was he brought down? He was! Penalty Albion. This is absolutely huge. Up steps Gross. Scores! Into the corner. And look at the celebrations.
Just how significant does that point feel?
Yeah, very important for us. We was in a bad period. The last games we were very good before. Now, period was not so good. So we say we fight together. We show that we have a good character as a team. And I think we make a good game today against a very good team.
Chris, for you, how big a step towards safety tonight do you think that was?
Well, it's a step, and what I was most delighted with was what I thought was the character of the team. I mean, to concede when we did, probably our own fault as such and mistakes that we've made, but to react to the way that we've reacted and to play as big a part in the game as I think as what we did. I thought we showed great character and quality in the areas when we needed to.
How much pressure did you feel stepping up to take that penalty?
You have always pressure when you shoot a penalty, but I trust in my quality. I know that I can shoot a penalty well. I have the technique, and I trust myself, believe in myself, and yeah. So I wasn't nervous. I was, of course, you feel some pressure, but I trust in myself.
2 days later, the celebrations continued as Pascal Gross was named Player of the Season at the club's annual awards dinner. Lewis Dunk was voted Players' Player, and Jose Izquierdo's strike against West Ham was deemed the best goal of the campaign. But there was still a job to be done, and 4 games remaining. With the squad's belief boosted by the draw with Tottenham, a battling performance at Turf Moor kept Europe-bound Burnley at bay. Just.
Albion miss it, chance for Barnes, close range, saved by Ryan, and at the second attempt, did it go over the line? Back to the far post, it's ricocheting around and out of play for a goal kick. But they're appealing for a handball here, Burnley. Big protest in front of Roger East. Well, it was like pinball around the Albion goal there.
Johnny,
initial save by Ryan. But three opportunities really for Burnley to put the ball back. I think it hit the post on one occasion. It may have hit both posts, but then it's put behind. They're still complaining. Barnes is furious.
However, results elsewhere weren't kind. The gap to 18th was now just 5 points. Not comfortable, but survival was still very much in Albion's hands. One more win in the final home match would definitely do it. All Chris Hughton's men had to do was beat Manchester United, a feat the club have managed just once in its history.
The Albion welcome Manchester United for the final Premier League game of the season here at the Amex. And what a season it has been. The goal of avoiding relegation has still not quite been achieved, but it is tantalisingly close. A point tonight should be enough, but a win definitely will be, and 3 points against Mourinho's men would be a fitting finale in front of the supporters who have been superb home and away all season. Here he comes, Rashford strikes for goal and it's there. United take an early lead, but they don't know. Offside flag denies them. Brighton fans loving it. Fellaini was indeed offside, just went too early. It's Murray, Glenn Murray. Oh, what a hit! Brilliant save from De Gea. It's an Albion corner. Audacious effort from Murray. Almost catching out De Gea. Look at this. Only one thought in his mind, dipping volley. De Gea full stretch. Fingertips away for a corner. Brilliant save. Here's Kiedo looking to beat Darmian, shooting chance. Here's Kiedo just over the bar. It took a touch. It's an Albion corner. Very similar position where he scored his goal of the season from. Almost identical, in fact. Swerving and dipping once again. Matic has a bit of room into Pogba. It's just taken away from him. Proper can only get as far as Matic. It's at the feet of Pogba. Went for the near post. Sharp save from Ryan. Always so switched on, Matty Ryan. Came through just behind the legs of Duffy. Clever effort from Pogba. Calm defending from Lewis Dunk. It's Murray. Proper takes over. Is Kiedo down the left-hand side. Proper's found him. Darmian doesn't want to get too close to him. Is Kiedo still on it? Can he keep it in? He can. Across it goes. Surely a goal. Not given. Comes out for Proper. And it's been given. The Albion have scored. The goal decision system has given it. It's Pascal Gross with the opener. And the Amex goes absolutely wild. Matty Ryan's over there to celebrate. Pascal Gross, Albion's Player of the Year, showing exactly why he won that award. Popping up at the right place, at the right time. Oh, it was close. Rojo, with an acrobatic clearance, thought he'd done enough. This pass opened it up from Proper. Here's Kiedo, galloped down the left. His initial attempt at a cross was blocked. Drove to the byline, and then Gross arrived. And Rojo was unable to prevent it going over the line. This is the view that'll show it clearly. And the crowd cheer once more, seeing it on the big screen. Rojo can't question it, and the Albion lead 1-0. Oh, and Bruno to the byline. What a chance this is. He's back out to Knockaert. Oh, look at that from Knockaert. Marvellous stuff. Knockaert once again. He goes down. Nothing from the referee, who was well positioned. This is knockout from last season, just tormenting defenders. Would have been harsh to give a penalty for that. Didn't look like there was much contact. Matic, that's neat. Rashford with a shooting chance, beaten away by Ryan. Good save once again from the Australian. United have got to get a sense of urgency into their play somehow, but it's all so flat. The odd flashing shot from distance, but haven't consistently put the Albion under pressure, although Martial wriggles clear here. Martial goes for goal. That's the best we've seen from Martial. Wriggled clear. His dipping shot wasn't miles away. Pogba releases Lingard. Into Rashford, neat touch for Lingard, who scuffs it wide. He wants a penalty, but it's a goal kick to the Albion. Albion just need to keep it for 20 seconds or so. Big hug from Mourinho to Chris Hughton. He's talked about how much he respects the Albion and the work that Chris Hughton has done here. He said the Albion were one of the toughest opponents they'd faced all season when they narrowly beat them 1-0 at Old Trafford. Matic, dunk away. And that's it! A famous win for the Albion. A win that guarantees them another season in the Premier League. Their biggest win of the season in their final game of the season. What a way to sign off in front of this brilliant Amex crowd. And it's fitting that it was Player of the Year Pascal Gross with the winning goal. It ends here in remarkable fashion. Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Manchester United 0.
Pascal, Anthony, you're staying up. It's official. What does it mean?
Yeah, unbelievable. We worked so hard all season, but we always believed that we achieve our goal, and yeah, just happy today.
Yeah, Pascal said it all already. I think yeah, we worked really hard, and obviously, as I said today, you can see the effort from the boys was just magnificent, and obviously that's a night that we will remember all our life, because to stay up at home against Man U, against a tough team and a great team like this, it's a memorable day for us and unforgettable.
What does it mean, Chris, to you personally?
I mean, it's everything, and you know, it's a nervous end of the season. We spoke about the run-in that we had and still have to the two big games. It will certainly be great for us to go into these last two games, away to Man City and away to Liverpool, knowing that we've retained status, and it's great for this football club. They've come a long way, and they've had some tough periods and so on, and a chairman that's has invested very heavily in this club, and really delighted for them.
It was official. Albion would be in the Premier League again next season. As Southampton and Swansea still had to play each other, the Seagulls were mathematically safe with 2 games to spare. In the end, 28.3mm was the margin that secured survival on a night that will never be forgotten. The players made their way back onto the pitch to show their appreciation to the supporters as the celebrations continued long and loud.
Brighton and Hove Albion have just beaten Manchester United. How do you feel about that?
Oh, feeling so good, to be honest. After, I think today is one of the best games at the Amex. Thank you so much to all the fans for your support. Without you, it would be impossible. Thank you so much.
And how the legs feeling?
The legs are flying, to be honest now.
All I can say is we are staying up, and we are staying up. We are staying up, and we are staying up.
A remarkable achievement by all at the club, and one that meant the final 2 games could be enjoyed free of the spectre of relegation. There was no shame in the 3-1 loss to runaway champions Manchester City, where fans got to see Ulloa score his first league goal for the club since his famous winner at Forest in 2014.
Back post chance for the header,
yes.
and Albion have an equaliser.
A final day defeat at Anfield followed, but it mattered little. Albion had finished in a more than respectable 15th position and would be back for more in August. For only the third time since the Premier League began, all three promoted sides had avoided relegation. Written off from the outset, Chris Shuton and his players had overcome the odds and proved the naysayers wrong. Albion's Premier League adventure continues.
And it headed in, did it go over the line? It's given! Albion have scored! There's the final whistle! Albion are staying up!
Once down, never been out. Once high but never drowned. Once taught but never been told. Once risked but never bold. Once fixed but never been neat. Once fought but never beat. You never look back and you never turn around. You don't stop driving till the sun goes down. Woohoo, alright, it's gone. Baby,